We know if the movie starts off with the main character working out, then we are in for a treat. I don't even know if that's true, but it sounds right, doesn't it? Because doing all this and not putting any pressure throughout the movie would be crazy. So we have the main character Ramos, a part of the special task force of officers about to perform a raid on some guy who sounds like the boogeyman. Because if you need to prep us up with a speech, I might have to sit this one out. Especially if I look over and see one of my co-workers is shaking. Are you cold? Rama, you might be a braver man than I. Because our own captain is glazing this man heavy. He was even on his knees for a man named Mad Dog. The captain even knows the beating they are in for. The first time we see the boss of the underground, this freaking motherfucker was performing the execution. But it wasn't the killing that made me be like, he's the real deal. It was the dingy white tank top alone that turned me into a believer. And the fact that he had a drawer of bullets, no box, and one single hammer. Who's in charge of organizing his drawers? But let's skip all that, let's head directly into the raid. At first, I'm not gonna lie, the raid looked effortless, and all you can eat buffet on someone else's pocket. They had one nigga on guard, but look at him. What is one Reddit mod gonna do? He was more focused on the magazine than his job. But I can't blame him, I'm the same way. I be staring at customers like they're invading my me time while I'm on the clock. But his little ass got snatched up expeditiously. Then they were just going through the building f***ing people up until they got to the 5th or 6th floor, and one kid was gonna be their undoing. But this old nigga wasn't gonna let that slide. He upped that like he was Yusuf. He didn't even need to see where he was going, but he made sure after that kid said police, he never spoke again. Clap it up for the kid. Even after seeing, I'm assuming, his friend inherited a new orifice in his neck, he still put on the burners alerting every criminal in the building. From the look on this man's face, he knew, just like I knew, they were cooked, absolutely finished. Without a shadow of doubt, they were about to take a trip to the shadow realm. All he could do was flip off the switch. Then you have the main boss sitting in the office like he was playing Five Nights at Freddy. They thought they were gonna sneak around. That don't work. He was like locked down the building. He was gonna call the neighbors and handle the light work. And these two came in there like they'd been itching for some violence. Snipers ready, walking in slow motion. Models strutting to a killing is crazy work. They knew they were dangerous, especially the old man, and they started wiping them out, playing chess on their asses. They both sniped their target, but the young one wasn't really much of a shooter like Mark Wahlberg in that one movie, and didn't one tap his man. But he didn't hesitate to reload and was on the verge of hitting that man with a double tap like an Instagram post. But the old man was like, hold on, I'm screaming. I was scratching my head like, what do you mean? The element of surprise. But little did I know, the old man was preparing a delicacy. He had an entire plan cooking in his devious mind. This was definitely not his first time whipping out a tactic like this, because he damn near read this man like a book. He got a little too nosy, activating the old man's trap card. Ray Charles world. Boom, eye gone. Didn't even see it coming. So at this point of the movie, we can say the criminals were up on the scoreboard, and the only kill the cops had was some kid. Woo! Trash. Pack it up. There was nothing elite about that performance, but he did hit that bitch through the door though. Was a cool shot. Now the boss was on intercoms like he was playing Squid Games as he directed the residents to the 6th floor to finish off the sacrifices at this point because they were trash. The only thing they were doing was collecting lead. Like reading the newspaper while on the op is asking to ascend the stair directly to the VIP section, watching Eve Knievel perform some death-defying stunts. Like before I skip further into the movie, there are two things I want to speak about that pertain to one person. This man right here, out here collecting bodies like Ash Ketchum. Then we have this man right here. You probably didn't see it, but one of your bosses already packed up a kid. So what are you doing? Like he aimed his gun and was like this, breathing hard as hell trying to steady his arms. Losing a gunfight to a pistol while you have an assault rifle is crazy. I mean, I can't say much. He's just like me when I'm playing Call of Duty. Ass. And when I say they started squad wiping, I mean it. They pulled it like Black Bear's crew and gave the cops the White Bear special. The criminals are too nasty. One of them got shot in the shoulder and was like, started with a shoulder lean and went back to putting up numbers on the scoreboard like he was Steph Curry. Early in the movie, this old man joined a unit talking big like the young were gonna get in their way. Keep it behind. But look at him now. Take a good long look at this bum. They say pressure make diamonds, but I have yet to see this bum shine one time. I just need one shine. Oh wait, I spoke too soon. After securing a different room for them to hide in, the old man lifted up a couch. Clap it up for him. We are really all in this together. At this point, Ramos tried to Einstein a way out of the situation they found themselves in by chopping a hole in the floor, allowing us to finally see some of their skills for ourselves. Ramos dropped down into the room and grabbed the first dude he saw and tossed him off his commander like,
stop touching niggas with your hand!
The compliment wasn't finished. He needed to wash it down with some lead. Then more dropped down, joining on a squabble. This one dude right here thought he was Kratos the way he dropped down with that axe and buried it inside that man's back, pulling him to the floor. Then he said,
rev up those fryers,
because he dug that axe into his body like he was carving a Thanksgiving turkey. And this one only participated because his friends were. He heard there was a participation award because look, why bro swinging like this? Are we fighting or swimming? Nigga, the Olympics already ended, as well as his life. Damn. They were now in their bag for real. If I'm being honest, the remaining ones are the real elite of the squad. One of the criminals tried to jump down but was easily easily caught, then just discarded out the window like trash, giving the dude no more screen time than he needed. They were actually tying the score until things started to go wrong fast. He got dropped, he got popped, but one man still has mind on clutching this for them. Rama Curry. Thinking outside the box, he made a fridge explosive, clearing the hallway, racking up a few more kills in his name. We cut to the boss and his two right-hand men, who told him 30 people have been turned into past tense. And he was like, that's not too bad. Rob their rooms. I would be looking up from the pits of hell mad as shit. Not only did I get packed and prime delivered to hell down Lil Nas X pole, now I'm getting robbed? I mean, I don't need it anymore, but come on, at least wait till the remaining parts of my body go cold. At least. After waking up from the explosive, Rama and the squad split up. We cut to Rama walking with Bobo, taking him to that one apartment of the dude from earlier in the movie. But before they can make it, this nigga came bursting out the room a little too excited to use his machete, only to be embarrassed. This dude just joined the trash brigade. Rama blocked the machete and with the same hand, smacked him in the face with a baton and had him facing the wall like he was on timeout. Don't run with a knife in your hand. He had to be punished. And ever so smoothly, still while having an entire grown man resting on his shoulders, bent down and slashed the back of this loser's leg. Now I know, the man that's about to take his turn in this fight washed the ass whooping yellow shirt just received. So why did he do the same exact thing? Came rushing from the room, weapon parried, leg smashed, and impaled. What did we learn? He turned right into the next squabble. Why are they coming one at a time? They're trash. I mean, they are so bad, they have to know they are ass. There is no way they don't know. Gracia threw out his machete and had his hand intercepted like it was tossed by Brett Favre. Then Rama started beating this man's leg in. Just that one leg, not even the other one. Headband ran directly into a mouthful of baton. Then Rama pulled him closer just to feed him a knife. Then his gargling of pain must have pissed him off because he punched this nigga away with a Sparta kick. He is literally carrying this man on his back and he is squabbling, backing up against the door, waiting for the next victim to appear around the corner. And this is who we get. Bring your skinny ass back in the room. Don't even come out here. You should have laid low like your name was 8 Ball and just pay your rent to live here. He swung his machete 2 times and was put to bed with 1 stomach shot. And this man came out of the room, and the way he swung that machete, he must have just woke up. Look at his form. How are you shocked on the verge of your swing? Had 2 of his bitches blocked, had the bones in his chest tenderized before his head was nearly removed. And this man got up just to be put back down. But finally, 2 of them learned they came fighting as a tag team. But it didn't work. Like, he beat the hell out of both of them and turned this man's Adam apple into some freshly squeezed juice. Then High Waters came screaming down the hall. I mean, he marched into that with confidence. Too bad confidence is not synonymous with skill, because he was dropped, I think, the fastest. He lunged in with the machete. Rama hit a smooth step back like he was James Harden, spinning like MJ sliced his neck. And I'm not talking Jordan. Lifted his leg, making sure he can get as much air as he could before he chopped down High Waters. They just kept coming like roaches, but were dropped like those extras in their Great Ninja War. But one of them actually landed a hit. We might have a nigga worth a name. He really want that free rent. Rama turned, thinking he was gonna add another easy number to his stats. Nope, this man blocked Rama's attack, disarmed his baton, then rung his bell with a back elbow, pissing Rama clean off because he started locking even further, reeling the baton. Just watching this man move was like he had a shotgun gun. They caught his arm like he knew it was coming. Hit him with a stomach punch, lifting him off the ground. Took him ballroom dancing before filling his body with holes. And you know he was extra angry because he delivered this man a knee, even though he was leaking from 10 holes in his body already. And Bowo was like that TV that be stealing your kills while being asked the entire time. He even screamed in his face like he gave him one hell of a fight, while Rama was actually putting on a performance. The camera cut over and Rama was still working. Sparta kicking one away, spinning like a ballerina to the other, blocking his kick. Get that weak shit out of here. Use the momentum from that block, crashed his elbow into his sternum, then was about to turn into Chucky until someone from behind stopped him. This random put his all into blocking that knife, like it was his only purpose, because after he had his arm, he didn't know what to do besides eat an elbow. His help made no real difference, because Rama turned, interrupting this man's kick with his own, and ended up plunging his blade into his neck. And the man came back like, I told you to stop. Who did he think he was? Who does he think he is? With some elbow and a hip toss, Rama made him sample the bottom of his shoe, helping him enjoy a nice slumber. Now at this point, I'm starting to wonder, how much is the rent? Is it truly that expensive that niggas are willing to die not to pay it? Because long hair ran up, saw the sea of neighbors carved up like pumpkins on Halloween, and still decided he was capable. Who was he? Even when Red Shirt joined in, he still couldn't do shit. And Red Shirt took a beating worse than that dingy ass shirt he was wearing, looking like Fat Arbor's game when it was off the TV too long. Rama made sure his head was introduced to every part of that wall. Guys, when I say this part pissed me off, and again, I'm not rooting for the antagonist, but this is standing behind the door, sweating like he was Ray Charles in that one scene, gun in hand. Then he ran out and ran towards him with a revolver extended. Nigga, it is not a knife. Say it with me. It's a ranged weapon. Shoot from afar. That's why he ended up like this. Now we fast forward in the movie. Rama dropped this nigga off to be healed. This man turned into a traitor, and Ramos end up having yet another hallway fight scene. Shall we dig in once again? This man Ramos was sneaking down the hallway like he was hearing hearing the Pink Panther theme, cartoon ass steps, until he was caught freezing like a deer in the headlights. Then a full-fledged chase ensued with the guy who caught him leading the charge. But he was so cocky for no reason. Why didn't he wait until his backup arrived? Because Rama, seeing he was alone, was like,
oh shit,
around just to fight him before he dipped. Now if I peeped his immediate confidence when he saw I was alone, I'll get a little self-conscious. My mind would have to jump straight into negativity. Am I trash? Do I not have hands? Is it over for me? My run would have slowly turned to a light jog as I kept looking behind me until my peers showed up. But this man must be paying $5K in rent because he gave no and charged right in like a bull, getting himself hemmed up and the weapon repoed from his hands as Rama was him like an instant. But this man was planning to leave with something, some HP taken away from Rama as he kept spearing Rama into the wall. It wasn't working because look, Rama had time to pause the fight like he was Adam Sandler and click. Peep who was screaming, then resume the ass beating. Rama's had enough of the fight and put a stop to it with a trip through a door. Had this man cosplaying as a letter of the alphabet, U. Or if I'm being honest, he could pass for a J. A man came in flailing his machete mad hard, damn near splitting the air like he was in One Piece. Look, this nigga chipped the cement. He was serious. He wanted Ramus in pieces. Probably saying his name wrong, my bad. Rama had to hit that and dip, not even trying to parry. Peep how they acting, like they're really about to get active. If they don't at least ruffle the nigga's hair, I'm gonna be pissed. No way I'm climbing this eagerly only to get my ass beat. I'm doing something. Even if I have to bite him, I'm locking down like a pit bull. I'm doing damage regardless. But it had to be heartbreaking for this little dude. I don't know who he is to him, but he came out and saw whoever that was to him down there performing the fun song. That had to be a traumatic experience. F is for let's get some F's in the chat for him. Rama made it to the next floor and these freaky niggas are still climbing. Should've took the stairs. They were doing too much. He just straight ran past them and this man was zooming, and if it wasn't for that locked door, he would have been home with how fast he was moving. They did all that climbing for no reason because they all arrived at the same exact time, with Machete Man stopping them like he was about to call him ISO. But this little nigga pushed past to the front. Mind you, at this point, Rama was still shaking the locked door. That was until the kid stepped forward, and the look on Rama's face shifted to disgust when he seen this small ass nigga step forward to challenge him. He turned and stared him down like he outnumbered them, then started charging towards him like he was Martyrer. First that came, give me that arm. Then he tenderized those ribs, hit him with that, I'll take that weapon, dropped it to the floor. He was like, you don't need that, sliding it across the hallway. Then back fist him. All that in a few seconds. Man think he's on his equalizer timing. This man got up quick and fast, but this nigga damn near crushed the dreads off his skull. I swear I seen a ball spot in the back of his head. And to be stumbling and bumbling like that from a slight elbow is embarrassing. And was this the one that stepped in the front of the pack? Why the hell is it against the wall like this? This is not get back for your man. Damn. No back. Like he was so trash. Rama held this man still while playing footsies with the ringleader's body. Had him hitting a stinky leg, served him a knee and tossed him aside so he can get his ones off with this man. And the way he was swinging that machete earlier, I thought he would be better. He thought he was up on the judge's scorecards after he high kneed Rama's then started carving like a pumpkin. But Rama weaving perk was maxed out, giving him enough time to show this man's ability to stand. You remember the man that was thrust almost to the end credits of the movie? He tried to redeem himself from that ass performance by hitting the freaky elite, straddling Rama before he attempted to gut him. But if I was Ramos, I would be tired of these niggas. He was able to get one hit up before one of them pulled him by his leg. Like, damn, can't you see I'm squabbling? But on the other hand, I'm shocked because he didn't wait his turn to attack. They're learning how to jump. They need a round of applause. Dude tried to toss a lob over here, begging the other one to get off the floor and give him the Herschel treatment and cut off his leg. Rama was like, take his leg, and thought of violating Aura's shirt. Whipped his leg straight into his stomach and finished by snapping his knee with the same foot. And he just kept holding his foot like they were going on a lovely stroll in the park. Nigga, where's your reaction time? Look at him. Peep the face. That's anticipation for having his back blown. But Aura should just stay down because this man handed his arm to Rama. Like, here, break it. But I know he wasn't expecting Rama to go full Troy Bolton, bouncing his head off the ground. Rama snatched up the blade and used breathing style, flailing arms, and tried to turn Gray Shirt into this. Buggy was up the devil fruit. Gray Shirt was skedaddling backwards. He wanted none of it. Dreads popped into the frame, machete in hand, thinking he was gonna catch Rama off guard and impel him. He was dismissed faster than Madam Web from the theaters. Now Gray Shirt got a machete? Where in the hell are they spawning him from? They got Urza on standby just passing on machetes like those random NPCs in real life passing out flyers. After a brief exchange that lasted longer than Crypto Zoo, Rama sent Gray Shirt back to the floor, apparently his favorite place. Now Dirty Hoodie's up with a machete. I kind of forgot he was in the fight, not gonna lie. I was scratching my head for a second like, who the hell is this? Because he should have just faded into the background. He only got up to get the Joker treatment. Had this nigga like this.
You wanna know how I got these scars?
Then if it wasn't for Orange Shirt, boy, his back would have been gone. He almost got the same ending as Charlie from Chronicle. Rama must really be sick of this nigga because he bounced his head off the floor again with an RKO while laying down. But you know who I'm sick of? This man. Gray shirt, like what are you good at? It's not sneaking nor winning, because Rama just turned around. He must have smelled the trash approaching and handled him quickly. He was cooking so perfectly, I don't even know why he even went for the machete. All he needed was his hands and legs. Dirty Hoodie thought stopping him from touching the machete was gonna be his victory. Rama hit a backwards roll to avoid that machete, and peep Gray shirt, he is just ass. He couldn't even sneak him while he was rolling. Rama just popped up like a jack in the box and fed Gray shirt some ease. Hands together, he'll get the message and stay on the ground. The rank can't be this high. He went straight into a 1v2. He was doing his thing. It was easy. He whipped out a move straight from WWE, a Triple H tiny, sending Dres through the door. Now you see the machete here? Clap it up for Orange Shirt. He did it. He caused some damage to his armor, but then lost all the star points he earned by swinging the machete like this. Still in his WWE mindset, Rama speared Orange Shirt into the door, served him an elbow as an appetizer, he has a main course, brain trauma as a side, and for dessert, jagged pieces of wood. Some say it's to die for, but Rama, low-key a demon, staring someone in their eye socket without blinking while they slowly depart into the afterlife is crazy work. Straight back into the action. After stumbling to his feet, he gets no breaks, directly to squabbling with Drez, who would have lost if it was a tables match. Just saying, because he was back with the third base with that table after he received a one-sided beating. These kids have negative sneaking abilities, because why were they screaming down the hall before entering the room? Especially Dirty Hoodie. Look at what happened to him. Weaved into 3 blocks and had him stumbling from a single punch. But go back for a second. Did this nigga just walk on Orange Shirt body? The disrespect. He saved one of them from having their back fused with a machete, and that's how they treat him? Crazy. Dirty Hoodie got back up and tried to use good old reliable Sparta kick, but it didn't move him and got himself hit with the as Rama flipped him on the stove. Gray Shirt got back up, tried to backslash with the machete, and had his arm caught. Rama spun him around like he would teach him how to ballroom dance, finally able to use the machete to rid us all the nooses of watching this man Gray Shirt. Now I don't know what happened to Drez after getting put the bet on the table, but he got back up a different beast, actually putting the beats on Rama. Had him rolling over the couch. Drez was on his ass like Dr. Miami, chasing him down over the couch, back to putting on the work on him, feeding him knees into I don't know what diddy bag of tricks he was digging in when he tried this. I don't even know what he was going for, but it earned him a back full of wall. Dirty Hoodie came marching up, hands ready like prime Mike Tyson. I don't know what second win these niggas are finding, but it sure is special. Dirty Hoodie actually weaved Rama's punch that had him look like he wasn't putting on a performance the entire night. Prime with a body shot, going for a chin check, but Rama's locked in, backing up, protecting his face. This had me shocked. They were going blow for blow with each other, but Dirty Hoodie, I'm certain, hit a split to dodge a punch, dragging Rama to the ground. The fuck is going on? I don't think I ever seen that in any of the movies I've seen before. That's something new, something freaky, but Rama was still okay. Used his leg to separate them, get some distance, kicking him in the mouth, rushed to his feet. He must have been pissed, because he was like, where does performance come from? Pulled Dirty Hoodie up and pushed him in the stomach, setting him up for the perfect haymaker, leaning back, winding up his arms, only to have it accepted. Rama, are you good? This ain't you. Dirty Hoodie gave him his own punch, moved his spine around with his elbow, and then hit this man with a reverse power bomb. Again, having his head turned into a basketball. You know what happens next? Rama's had his back straddled like he was a horse, getting hit with a sleeper hold. All of that just pissed Rama off, because he flipped Dirty Hoodie off of him and whipped out a headbutt. That is a move you only take out of reserves if you hate the person you're using it on. Rama started pulling Dirty Hoodie's head like he was a press dispenser, locking him inside a sleeper hold, trying to show him how it's really done, but he couldn't do it right either. Dirty Hoodie slipped free, then started dribbling him again before scooping him out like he was light work and speared him against the wall. The struggle was getting real for Rama. He fed Dirty Hoodie some knees and elbows hoping to get the upper hand, but this nigga had a bubble bath level appetite, just consuming the blows like they were nothing, and beat Rama across the room. Where is this coming from, Dirty Hoodie? You wasn't like this before. Rama's still collecting stop points even while taking the ass open, rolling perfectly to his feet from the toss, back to weaving the machete. And this is everyone's downfall. Don't pick a weapon up if you're cooking barehanded, but he's gonna have to learn that the hard way. Rama's blocked his machete arm, spun into his body, elbowing a taco sound out of him, gave his leg a 2-piece, and you can't forget the biscuit. Rama heard more men coming and he had enough, saying deuces, grabbing Dirty Hoodie before jumping from the window. I'm gonna skip a little further into the movie. Rama was walking down the hall after being cooked, baked, he was even broiled, until his long lost brother snatched him up, the one who killed the 2 dudes in the elevator. And we get to the other room with their other squad members, and Jaka was there pressing the old man like a suit before church. He wanted to know who sent him on a death wish, but the old man didn't want to answer, pleading the fifth. So they decided to leave the room, and as soon as they opened their door to the apartment they were in, Mad Dog started dogging them, feeding Jaka a kick 3-piece. Another officer ran out, only to be knocked out. I don't even think he tried. Now Mad Dog was in the zone, grabbed the old by the head until Jaka came from behind and picked him up and yeeted him into the wall. He pulled out the blick. This Jocka brung out a knife to a gunfight, but Mad Dog deadass only used that thing to get a one-on-one squabble with the nigga. Talking about something he doesn't like using guns, it doesn't have the same thrill as running hands. Mad Dog started it off by tossing out a straight kick, trying to activate. Jocka intercepted his foot, then blocked the oncoming onslaught of attacks until it punched him in his chest, stumbling him backwards, so Mad Dog could hit him with a leaping elbow. I'm not gonna lie, this nigga Mad Dog was fast and focused like a fucking fly at a cookout trying to fuck up your food. Mad Dog gave him no time to rest, chopping Jocka down by taking his knee, followed instantly with a two-piece kick mill, knocking him further to the floor. The energy of this man must be annoying as hell. He just keep rushing in. Back on the attack, Mad Dog tossed out an assortment of attacks that Jocka did a good job avoiding. He got smacked by Mad Dog's foot, but he still had the upper hand, utilizing his bigger size to flip him with a shoulder toss. Mad Dog got back up, still relentless with his attacks, just moving around a lot. Like, damn, calm down. Jocka realized the only hope in winning this fight was the fact that he was bigger, and just started tanking bash off so he could toss Mad Dog in the air, scrambling to his feet so he could truck the hell out of him. Jocka thought it was his time to shine, now rushing in, unloading the combo, but all of it fell flatter than this Stanley. His performance had him eating toast. They had his head pressed against the wall by Mad Dog's foot. Nigga, a foot. Looking at the state of his fit, I know all Jocka smell is wise white cheddar popcorn and a handful of corn chips. Jocka was back at it again with his manhandling tactics, grabbing Mad Dog by his leg and shirt, flinging his body to the side until he was having a nice makeout session with the cabinet door. Then he tried to lock him in the baby boy sleeper. He just couldn't follow through with it. With two elbows, a knee to the dome piece, he had Jocka regretting ever trying to use a sleeper hold. Then Mad Dog had to stall on him, running off the walls, flipping behind him. After that, he was free to continue his dog walking. Double tap to his leg had him proposing to the wall. Now right here, I thought he was gonna slam his head into the wall, but he hit him around the corner and into the dome, laying Jocka flat on his back, still giving him no time to rest, rushing in with an 8-pound stomp. But they had a brief exchange with Jocka back on top, hitting the Homer sensor trying to strangle him. But he is not good at chokes, getting himself flipped into another exchange. Straight kicks, weave, side swing, weave. You might be thinking, that's what I'm talking about, Jocka. You're back in it. He wasn't. Mad Dog started to unleash a combo that must have had Jocka stuck in a genjutsu or something, because he was just standing there taking it until he was hit with an attitude adjustment. Damn, still no rest though. I'm getting tired and I'm just talking about it. Jocka grabbed Mad Dog and spun him to the ground. At this point his bag was empty and he was trying anything, because what in the military curl is his attack? He just turned him some lethal elbows. Do you see how this man is just moving? He rolled into a kick, missed, turned that into another kick. No one was there. That's fine. Have another kick. Oh, that was blocked? Let me get my ass up. He must have did a line or something. I know Jocka was tired. He was trying his damnedest to keep up. Tossed out a kick that Mad Dog caught, spun him around and pinned his knee to the ground. Jocka was on his final slither of health. It was Mad Dog trying to play around with him. He hit Jocka with a 360 no-scope beat to the dome, having his finisher bar filled to the brim. This nigga decided to whip out a WWE finisher, then adjusted his neck like one of those TikTok chiropractors. Moving on, this is what happened. Rama was having a conversation with his brother. Then he seen Jocka was killed. His brother was discovered to be a traitor. So let's move on to the final fight with Rama and his brother taking on Mad Dog. We did enough talking. Mad Dog was in the middle of a cutscene beating Rama's brother's guts in when he walked in through the door and gave him a look the main character can only give, letting him know it's squabble time. Mad Dog walked over to the chain, dropping Andy, allowing Rama to release his brother. Then for a second time in the movie, he gave us another cold moment, walking up to them, telling them to make some space so he could step in the middle. To me, he just said he knew both of them were sorry. Andy started it off and Rama following his lead, and he blocked both of them bitches. Look at Rama's face. He was like, damn, he might be Gordon Ramsay of hands. He blocked both of them? And how are you the one who started off the squabble, but you are getting handled like this now? He just spun his ass off to the side like a blade into blocking Rama's kick. He took out his own spin kick that missed. Then Rama and Andy was back just spamming kicks, having Mad Dog skating backwards. Their teamwork was nice. Andy kicked Mad Dog back so Rama could catch him with a kick, but his attack was then intercepted. The cameraman moved, giving us a different angle. From here, Mad Dog turned up the heat, feeded both of them some kicks, letting them know that he didn't need any help. Andy tossed out a punch he didn't even believe in. He really didn't want to fight Mad Dog, because look at this. He blocked the punch, giving him a spinning elbow to the chest. He didn't have time to register the pain to his chest. He had toes in his mouth that had him looking up to the sky. And I don't even know where Rama was going for. He ran into being shoulder tossed. Andy got out like it was his moment and was like, I seen Sheamus beat John Cena with this move. It's bound to work. Nope. Had him break dancing like he was Ray Gun, then tenderized those ribs. Rama came flying into the frame, connected with a high kick, launching a few more kicks before taking Mad Dog to the ground and returned to favor by getting those ribs nice and tender. But this man Andy, I swear, how Rama kicked Mad Dog, had him stumbling and bumbling in reverse, and you came in with this shit. Missing wildly, I might add. Ended up back on the ground with your legs damn near behind your head. You should never be able to hear your ankles while you're in a fight. That's sure signs you're on the verge of losing. Ass tooted in reverse. I know Rama was thinking, I haven't seen my brother in years. When did he become so ass? Having to again go one-on-one with Mad Dog while they were supposed to be jumping him. And boy, did he get walked. Had his chin touched, knee bruised, nose Michael Jackson's. You hate to see it. Mad Dog was in his groove, in the rhythm, turned straight to Andy and tried to clean his head off his shoulders with his kick. But Andy caught it, pushing Mad Dog to the ground. We have to clap it up for him. We have to. It's mandatory. When we see some redemption, we have to clap. Because I know that's the best he can do. But I might be wrong. He went to work on Mad Dog's ass like Dr. Miami. He had his kick parried. Okay, he weaved the leg sweep, but the spin kick had him looking behind him like somebody called his name. Nobody called you. Get back into the fight. Rama was back trying to put the work on Mad Dog, but was hit with a rock bottom. Andy came in knocking Mad Dog to the floor, but still wound up getting work put on him. It was so bad, Rama had to rush in and hold Mad Dog like, get off him. He didn't even try to attack. He was just holding him back, getting himself a face full of elbow. And with Rama now out of commission, Andy tried to ISO one more time. It didn't go well for him yet. I mean, he did stay up long enough for Rama to join back in. He even had Mad Dog on one knee like he was Ryan Garcia. But even while on one leg he was cooking, just blocking both of their legs seemingly effortlessly. Leaving Rama's kick, beating him with the knee as soon as he stood, turning, blocking Andy's attack, then try to clothesline him with his thighs. But Andy damn near bowed weaving his kick. This is how you know Mad Dog is a beast. He missed his kick but still used the momentum to attack Ramos. I mean, it didn't work, but he was still thinking steps ahead. Rama and Andy teamwork sent Mad Dog rolling, but Mad Dog was still hanging with the two of them easily. I was starting to think maybe they needed a third or something. Mad Dog kicked Rama in the face, had him disappearing from the frame faster than half the cast of Avengers when Thanos snapped. I'll say this though, although Andy is a little ass, he never backed down. He would rush into an ISO, even if it means having an all-you-can-eat buffet of knees, stirring his guts around like a pot of mac and cheese. Andy for a second realized the size difference, stopped this man from moving him, and fed him some knees of his own. But come on, it's Andy. How long do you think he can do well? Had his spine turned from an elbow shot and tossed to the side like trash. But I might have to apologize to Andy because Rama is not doing any better right now. He came in for the briefest exchange and was big booted back out of the frame. Andy might be carrying the team right now because he was actually holding out longer than Rama. I mean, he was still yeeted. It's Mad Dog. It's suspected. No glaze. Look, Rama is really becoming hot cheeks before my very eyes. Mad Dog quickly handled him. Used a gimme that throat, have some knee. Rama wasn't hungry so he blocked it, but Mad Dog did not like that and was like, sit your ass down, and took his knee. And he was on the verge of hitting it with who knows what when Andy grabbed his leg and stopped him. Damn! Him face plant before he pulled him away. Andy did start to cook for a second, straight manhandling Mad Dog, flipping him like a Krabby Patty, but he got a little too cocky, pulling Mad Dog to his feet to exchange hands with him. And it ended about how we expected it to, with Andy on his back staring at the ceiling. Mad Dog was going for another finisher when Rama came in and scooped him up by his leg and lifted him in the air. And Andy had to get his lick off when the getting was good, and Rama and Andy was back to jumping. Mad Dog had Rama back pressed against the wall with a kick. Andy came in utilizing the baby boy sleeper, but was tossed up. Does no one in this movie have the capability to fully utilize the baby boy sleeper? Rama ran in thinking he was Randy Orton trying to punt MD in the skull, but missed. That wasn't gonna stop him though. He had an exchange with MD that he won, knocking him to the ground, and Andy seen that as a chance for him to sneak in and prime MD's ribs. Somehow they still allowed this man to take both of them down and get up. Rama did hit him with a sweet stomach music, having him stumble over Andy back to the floor, and Andy was just doing shit, locking him in another headlock while Rama was just holding onto his legs. What is going on here? They knew that shit wasn't gonna work. Mad Dog elbowed his way out of that sleeper and hit Rama with a ground spider kick. First time I ever peeped one of those. Mad Dog tried to straddle Rama, but his one weak side of fighting was he was little, and everyone lets him know it again and again. But he makes up for it with his ability to throw them shits. He brought Rama to his knees, touched his chin, then dribbled his head off the wall. Andy saw enough and came in like Rhino and speared MD into the wall mad hard, then rung his bell. Look at his face. His back must be hurting. This is the most pain I've seen on this man's face the entire fight. But he snapped out of it quick as hell, blocked Andy's second attack, then dismissed him. Rama saw Mad Dog was lacking and kicked his head into the wall. He wasn't finished. His head was still throbbing from the wall, so he wanted to make sure Mad Dog knew what it felt like. Bounced his head against the wall one more time. Now Rama, what's happening, my guy? You threw him, landed the first blow into the stomach. How is he now hitting you with a CTE combination? Andy, for the ninth time of the fight, stepped in and saved his brother, grabbing Mad Dog's arm, but he himself had to take an ass whipping for that. Being slammed to whatever the hell this thing was. Now Rama was back up. Is he finally the man we seen throughout this movie? The one that was soloing jumpings? Is he? He started off prime delivering his foot to MD's face. Then it had a little exchange with Rama having both of his feet straight in the air at the same time. Shoulder toss like that is crazy. He even changed the light bulb while he was up there. That's how high he was shoulder tossed. Knowing he earned his victory, he slowly walked up, picked Rama up, and gave him a masterclass on how to use the baby boy sleeper. It was so good, Andy was choking, and he wasn't the one being hit with it. The beating was so bad, Andy had to grab a weapon and stab Mad Dog in the neck, and still wound up getting a beating. Rama got up and was still f***ed up, even while Mad Dog still had a light bulb in his neck. And it seemed now that he was wounded, he was putting the beats on him even worse. But hey, at this point, we know how the fight ends. wins. Rama and Andy wins. Not gonna lie, my Mad Dog got hold. I wasn't rooting for him, but he got hold. Let me say thank you for the big 1K. The big 1K. Thank you. Hopefully more to come.